Hey there, gentlemen. Imagine this. You're out on a date with a woman half your age, or heck, even your own, and she starts rolling her eyes, sighing dramatically, like you've just committed some unforgivable sin by, what? Opening the door for her? Or maybe just sharing a story from back in the day without filtering it through today's lens? Yeah, that quiet frustration bubbling under the surface. It's real. And if you're a man over 60, you've probably felt it aimed right at you. But here's the thing. Men over 60? This is why modern women are angry with you. And not like you care though, right? Today, I'm Mira, your friendly neighborhood urologist, and I'm here to break it down for you in a way that's honest, eye-opening, and yeah, a little empowering. By the end of this chat, you'll walk away feeling like you've got the upper hand, not in some battle of the sexes, but in owning your life with zero apologies. Pause for a second. Let that sink in. We're talking about the real reasons behind that modern anger, straight from someone who's spent years in the trenches of men's health, hearing stories from guys just like you. And trust me, it's not about you being out of touch. It's deeper than that. Still with me? Type yes in the comments if you're nodding along already. Okay, let's dive in with a story. Picture this. A patient of mine, let's call him Jack. He's 62, retired engineer, solid guy with a great sense of humor. Jack comes into my office one day, not for the usual checkup stuff, but because he's stressed out. Mira, he says. I met this woman online, mid-40s, sharp as a tack. We hit it off at first. Dinner, laughs, the works. But then she starts grilling me. Why don't you talk about your feelings more? Why aren't you on social media sharing your vulnerabilities? And what's with not knowing the latest TikTok trends? Jack's sitting there, baffled, because to him he's just being himself. A man who's lived through wars, economic booms and busts, raised kids, built a career. He's not angry. He's amused. But she's fuming, like he's personally offending her by not evolving into this ultra-emotive, hashtag-savvy version of manhood. Sound familiar? Men over 60. This is why modern women are angry with you. Not like you care, though. It's generational clash at its finest. See, us women today, myself included, though I'm a bit more chill about it, we've grown up in a world screaming for equality, emotional intelligence, and constant self-improvement. We're bombarded with messages that men should be therapists in disguise, always validating, always adapting. But you guys? You've got a lifetime of experiences where strength meant providing, protecting, and sometimes just shutting up and getting the job done. No therapy sessions required. Let me ask you a rhetorical question. Why should you bend over backward to fit into a mold that wasn't built for you? Pause. Think about it. Modern women might be angry because they expect you to rewrite your entire playbook overnight, share every emotion, ditch the tough guy vibe, and jump on every social justice bandwagon without question. But deep down, not like you care though, because you've earned your stripes. You've seen fads come and go, and you know real connection isn't about performative wokeness. It's about respect, reliability, and a dash of that old-school charm. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to bash women. As a urologist, I see how these expectations play out in real life, especially when it comes to intimacy and health. Take another story. I had a guy, 65, we'll call him Tom. Tom's been married for 40 years, but lately, his wife's been influenced by all this online noise, podcasts, influencers talking about evolving masculinity. Suddenly she's angry because Tom's not vulnerable enough. He doesn't cry at rom-coms or journal his feelings. But here's the kicker. Tom's the rock of the family. He fixed the roof last winter, coaches his grandkids soccer, and yeah, deals with the occasional prostate issue without making a fuss. When we talked, I reassured him, your body, your mind, they've carried you this far. Modern women might be angry because they want you to match their pace of change. But gentlemen, not like you care though. You've got wisdom they crave, even if they won't admit it. Comment below. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you relate to Tom or Jack? Drop a number in the comments, 1 if it's spot on, 10 if it's your life story. All right, let's get practical. As a urologist, I deal with the physical side of this every day. Men's health over 60 isn't just about pills or procedures. It's about confidence in who you are, which spills into relationships. Modern women are angry, in part, because society tells them to demand more emotional labor from men. But you've been conditioned to solve problems, not dwell on them. That's not a flaw, that's a superpower. Pause. Breathe that in. Think about dating apps. Swipe left if you're not woke enough, right? Or family gatherings where younger women side-eye your jokes because they're not PC. Why the anger? Because the world changed fast, and not everyone got the memo at the same speed. Women today are empowered, which is great, but sometimes that empowerment comes with expectations that men over 60 should unlearn decades of life lessons. Like suddenly, chivalry is sexist, or providing without complaint is toxic masculinity. Here's another rhetorical question. Isn't it exhausting trying to keep up with rules that shift every 5 minutes? Exactly. Men over 60, this is why modern women are angry with you. Not like you care, though. You've got the luxury of perspective. You've lived through the sexual revolution, the tech boom, recessions. You know trends fade, but character endures. Let me share one more insight from my practice. A patient, 68, divorced, back in the game. He tells me, "Mira, these women want me to be all soft and squishy inside, but I'm dealing with ED from stress, and they get angry when I'm not performing like a 30-year-old. We worked on his health, simple stuff like exercise, diet, maybe some meds, but the real fix, him owning it. I'm 68, he said. I've got stories, stability, and yeah, a few battle scars. If that's not enough, next." Boom. Confidence restored. Modern women might be angry at the stubbornness, but deep down, they respect a man who stands firm. Hey, where are you watching from? Comment your city or country below. I love seeing how global this conversation is. Now, let's pivot to the fun part. Why not caring is your secret weapon. Playful wink here, because as a woman, I can tell you, nothing drives us crazier, in a good way, than a man who's unapologetically himself. Men over 60, this is why modern women are angry with you. Not like you care, though. But imagine flipping that script. You show up with your stories, your wisdom, your quiet strength. No pandering, no pretending. Suddenly, the anger? It turns to intrigue. Who's this guy who doesn't chase validation? That's magnetic. I remember counseling a couple where the husband, 62, was getting flack for not being expressive. We talked health, urology check, hormone levels, all good. But the breakthrough? Him saying, "Honey, I've shown love by being there, not by talking about it 24/7. She paused and smiled. The anger melted because he didn't budge. He owned his style. Practical tip 1. Health first. As your urologist pal, keep up with checkups. Prostate health, testosterone. Stuff that keeps you vital. Modern women might be angry if you're not energetic, but fix the basics and you're golden. Tip 2. Communicate on your terms. Share a story instead of a therapy session. Remember that time in Nam? Boom, vulnerability without the fluff. Tip 3. Laugh it off. Playful banter disarms anger. Oh, I'm old school, guilty as charged, and loving it. One more rhetorical question. What if embracing your outdated ways actually makes you irresistible? Yeah, food for thought. Gentlemen, if you're still here, and I know you are, type 60+ in the comments if you're over 60 and feeling fired up. Wrapping this up with a vision for you. Picture yourself, men over 60, striding through life with that quiet confidence. Modern women throwing shade? You smile, nod, and keep walking your path. Not like you care, though, because you've built empires, raised families, survived storms. You're not angry back. You're amused, empowered. Relationships? They come easier when you're authentic. Health? On point. Life? Richer than ever. This is why modern women are angry with you. Not like you care, though. And that's your power. If you agree with that last point, comment 1 below. If not, drop a 0. Let's see what the community thinks. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I'm Mira. And if this resonated, hit that subscribe button for more real talk on men's health, relationships, and owning your age like a boss. Like the video, share it with a buddy over 60, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Stay strong.